That's alright.
Hello everyone. So in today's video we are going to be discussing how to program the feedback sending process back to the purchase product. So I'm going to click on feedback here for our first product, and I'm going to click on positive and let's say good product, highly recommended. And I'm going to click on save feedback, and we got 3 JavaScript prompts, and I'm going to go back to our product page, and here we have a review or a feedback which has been sent. So the first name and the last name of the product purchaser or the buyer has been mentioned, and then their feedback is here, and then we have it as a positive review, and we have our timestamp here. So that was the process on how we sent our feedback to our page. Now let's move into our code to discuss on how we got this done. So what we have here is our purchasing history.php page. So we have already designed the page here, and we have our product details and what we need here. And here we have a button saying feedback, and here we have a add feedback process, and it will take our invoice data and our product ID as a JavaScript function as we go to add our feedback. And moving down, we have our module here. So add new feedback. So everything which was in our feedback is here in the form. So here we have our username, email. Then we have the feedback which we have to mention here. Then we have our ID here for the feed. So this is used when we are taking a review. And finally, when we click on save, we have save feedback, another JavaScript on click function. So that's also taking our product ID as well. So let's move on to our JavaScript. So here we have our add feedback. So that's what happens when we click our ID, and we have our feedback variable feedback module. So document dot get element by ID feedback module, which is the ID of our feed of our module here. So that is that. And moving on, we have named MD as a new bootstrap module. So that's the feedback module which we have taken from here, and we have asked it to be shown. So moving down, we have the save feedback process. So here we have our variable type, and we have a checkbox of 3 items. So if we click on the type 1, if it's checked, it's type 1. If it's checked on type 2, it's type 2. If it's checked on type 3, it's type 3. So here we are taking a feed ID. From that feed ID, we are taking and naming it as a feed, the variable name feedback. And we have opened a new form data here, and here to that new form data we have attached the the type of our product ID, and along with it our feedback named as F, and we've taken the feedback value. So basically what we have typed within that text box is the feedback value, and it will we've opened a new XML HTTP request, which is a post process which opens up in our save feedback process.php, and we have given it as true for our as a Ajax process, and the form name is F, so that is sent. And here it starts on ready state change if the ready state change is 4, then we'll be having a variable text, and here we have to we have named our response text as the variable name T. If T is 1, then the module will be disappearing, otherwise it will be alerted once again. So moving down, we go to our save feedback process.php, and here we have taken a cookie and we have established our connection with our database. And now we are checking if we have a user, if we have a user for our product. So we can only check our purchasing history only if we have signed in. And here we have given new variable names. So here we have our mail, and we have taken in our user name and user and the email address, the type, the product ID, and the feedback which is given. $D for the new date time, $TS for the new date time zone which we are given, which is Asia Colombo, and we have given that new date time and set it to the time zone of Asia Colombo, and we have given the variable name date for that $D variable here, and we have formatted it to the form of year, month, date, hours, minutes, and seconds. And then we have a database insert query. So to our feedback table, we'll be having columns type, feed, date, product ID, and the user email. Those values will be filled by what we get from our type, our feedback, our date, our product ID, and our mail. So that is it for this video on how we have our feedbacks programmed, send feedback process programmed to the purchase products of our program. Thank you for watching.